Welcome to Obstacle Running Adventures.
Build back is still quite slow.
Yeah, I could see that. And speaking of the quad
Mhm.
activation, it kind of made me think of a video that I saw from Corinna because I know she had her injury. What did she have the same injury that you had?
She
Or
did.
okay,
So she tore her ACL and she, I'm trying to remember.
I
She
remember she was coming down from
also,
a wall and she like had the ruck on her too, and so like that added.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. So mine was from a dismount off of a rig,
right.
and hers was kind of, similar. Like she was coming over a wall, and is when she landed as well.
Yeah,
I mean, and if you look at both of ours, like they don't look that spectacular. It's not like, I don't know, like a huge ski jump and
right.
our legs like go, I don't, it just, it's something that we both done 1,000 times before, and um just happened to not go well once.
Yeah.
um so yeah, so she tore her ACL. She also injured, I think, a little bit. I think it was like a little bit of an injury to her MCL as well,
Okay.
possibly. But it wasn't something that she actually had to have repaired.
Okay.
And so I think her surgery was pretty similar. I think she had a little bit of meniscus debrided as well, but she wasn't. So if you have a extensive meniscus injury,
Hmm.
then they put you on crutches for 6 weeks, and you're in like a full immobilized cat or like brace.
Okay.
So, so that was, I guess, that was like what she was trying to avoid, and she was able to avoid that. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, and she actually had the same exact graft that I did as well.
She did. Okay.
So, yeah,
Yeah. It's
but
crazy. It's amazing that science can do that. It's just yeah. I'm glad that science can patch you guys up.
yeah.
And speak a little
It's
bit to something you were really vocal about, and I was glad to hear this from you, is the patience in returning back to the sport. So, you know, us as spectators are like, really excited to see you back out there. But I made an effort to be like, but take your damn time, like I'm excited for you to come back out there, but take your time, recover properly. Um, how hard was it with like anxiously just seeing like the women continue to kick ass and kind of being sidelined? Like how hard was it for you to be patient in that, like, you know?
um, I think at first, especially right after surgery, um, and for probably the first, I don't know, 8 months after surgery, my ability level was so far from like being race ready that it was almost easier to be like, oh yeah, this is not my time right now.
Yeah, yeah,
And it was easier to just like separate the two, be like, this is my recovery, and like this is, the racing that's going on, and like I can, yeah, cheer for these athletes. um it's actually harder now, and it's been harder in the last like couple months, because I'm in this really weird place where, I look like I'm ready. Like
yeah.
I've put in a lot of miles this summer. Um, I've been running on some mountains even. I can like climb at a high level for me. Um, I can do obstacles. I'm like, all like the elements are seem to be there,
Yeah.
but it's what's hard. And I think a lot of people don't quite understand this, is that um, so there's very clear data for ACL tears and ACL surgeries. If you don't meet certain strength tests, then you're at a way higher risk of re-tearing your ACL, and it unfortunately happens not unfrequently.
Yeah.
So if you make it past like a certain amount of time and you pass these certain strength tests, then your chance of re-tear goes way down. So it's
Okay.
like goes from being like, like a 40% retail rate to like a 5%. And
Wow. Okay.
so because I know this, and because I obviously don't want to go through this again,
No. No.
and because I am in a sport where, like it involves jumping and like a lot of like cutting and downhill running, like a lot of things that are very stressful.
Hmm.
Um, I know that like I have to be very solid, and I have to be very strong, and I do have to pass these tests in order to step back onto the field.
Right.
So, so in some ways, it's just it's like it's hard because yeah, like I feel much more capable now,
Yeah.
but I still know what the data says, and I still believe that if I were to return without passing these tests, and then I would just be putting myself at unnecessary risk.
Yeah,
So
I think that's
yeah.
smart both for yourself and the fact that you're modeling this behavior to everybody else that's watching you in the sport too. Like as you said, it's not the most, it's not a great injury, but it's reasonably common too. And so for all these other people to see, and like this is how you do it properly, and kind of taking your time and coming back is rushing back, as you said, the data supports, not a good
Mhm.
idea. Which is I think that's huge that you're being a big voice in that because you have a big following.